Sometimes a single gunshot can shatter more than just a life. It can tear through the fabric of diplomatic relations, international law, and the very notion of justice itself. In the spring of 1984, outside the Libyan People's Bureau in London, such a shot was fired. What followed was not merely a murder investigation, but a descent into a labyrinth of state secrets, impossible ballistics, and evidence that seemed to defy the laws of physics themselves. Before diving in, hit subscribe to stay connected with our investigations. It was April 17, 1984, just before 10:30 in the morning, when the first protesters began gathering in St. James's Square. The elegant Georgian square, nestled in the heart of London's diplomatic quarter, had witnessed centuries of political intrigue. Today, it would become the stage for something far more sinister. Anti-Gaddafi demonstrators, mostly Libyan exiles, assembled peacefully outside No. 5 St. James's Square, the imposing Victorian building that housed the Libyan People's Bureau. Police Constable Yvonne Fletcher, 25 years old and barely 5 feet tall, stood among her colleagues from the Metropolitan Police's a division. The morning air carried the familiar sounds of London traffic, mixed with the growing chants of protesters. Fletcher had volunteered for this assignment, drawn by her natural inclination to serve and protect. Her superiors had deemed it routine crowd control, nothing more than a standard diplomatic protest requiring minimal police presence. The atmosphere remained calm as the crowd swelled to approximately 70 demonstrators. They carried banners denouncing Colonel Gaddafi's regime, their voices raised in unified opposition to the Libyan leader's policies. From the upper floors of the People's Bureau, counter-protesters had appeared at the windows, waving green flags and shouting support for their government. This theatrical display of opposing views had become commonplace in London's diplomatic district. At exactly 10:45, the morning's peaceful demonstration transformed into chaos. A burst of automatic gunfire erupted from the first floor of the Libyan People's Bureau, raking across the square with methodical precision. The shots came in a sustained volley, lasting approximately 10 seconds. Protesters scattered in terror, diving behind cars and racing toward the safety of surrounding buildings. Yvonne Fletcher collapsed instantly, struck by a single bullet that entered her back and exited through her abdomen. The round had traveled at a downward angle, consistent with being fired from an elevated position. Her colleagues immediately rushed to her aid, but the damage was catastrophic. She was rushed to Westminster Hospital, where she died shortly after arrival from massive internal bleeding. What investigators discovered in the immediate aftermath defied conventional understanding of ballistics and physics. The bullet that killed Fletcher had fragmented upon impact, leaving behind metallic traces that matched no known ammunition in any official database. The fragments contained an unusual copper-lead alloy with trace elements that suggested manufacturing techniques unknown to Western intelligences. More disturbing still was the trajectory analysis. While the shot clearly came from the People's Bureau, the precise angle of entry into Fletcher's body suggested the gunman had fired from a position that, according to architectural plans, did not exist. The bullet's path indicated it originated from a point roughly 8 feet above the first-floor windows, in what should have been solid brick and mortar. The siege that followed Fletcher's murder lasted 11 days, during which the Libyan People's Bureau remained sealed and surrounded by armed police. During this time, surveillance equipment detected strange electromagnetic anomalies emanating from the building. Radio frequencies fluctuated wildly in the vicinity, and nearby electronic devices experienced unexplained malfunctions. On the night of April 19th, residents of surrounding buildings reported seeing unusual lights moving through the Bureau's windows. These lights appeared to pulse in regular intervals, casting shadows that seemed to move independently of any visible source. Photography equipment aimed at the building during this period produced images with inexplicable distortions, showing rooms that appeared larger than the building's actual dimensions. The forensic examination of the crime scene revealed additional anomalies. Bullet casings recovered from St. James's Square showed firing pin marks that matched no known weapon type. The brass casings themselves bore manufacturer markings in Arabic script, but when translated, the text referred to a munitions facility that had been destroyed in Israeli airstrikes 3 years earlier. Most troubling was the discovery of additional bullet holes in surrounding buildings that had gone unnoticed during the initial investigation. These holes formed a pattern that suggested multiple shooters firing from different positions within the People's Bureau simultaneously. Yet witness statements consistently described hearing gunfire from only one location. The breakthrough came when investigators gained access to classified surveillance footage from a nearby building. The film, recorded by MI5 as part of routine diplomatic monitoring, captured the moment of the shooting from an elevated angle. What it revealed challenged every assumption about the case. The footage showed Fletcher falling to the ground at the precise moment of the gunshot, but the trajectory of the bullet appeared to bend in mid-flight. A five-frame analysis revealed the impossible. The projectile changed course twice during its brief journey from the Bureau to its target. Ballistics experts who examined the film declared it either heavily doctored or evidence of technology beyond current scientific understanding. Even more disturbing was what the surveillance camera captured inside the People's Bureau itself. Through the first-floor windows, the film showed not the expected interior of the diplomatic mission, but what appeared to be a much larger space filled with shadows and indistinct figures. The room's dimensions seemed to shift and change between frames, creating a disorienting effect that made accurate measurement impossible. In the final moments before the building was evacuated, the camera recorded a figure moving past the window. The silhouette appeared human in shape, but cast no reflection in the glass. It moved with fluid, unnatural motions that suggested either severe injury or a fundamental difference in anatomy. The official investigation concluded with the expulsion of Libyan diplomatic personnel and the severing of diplomatic relations between Britain and Libya. The case file was sealed under the Official Secrets Act, with most evidence classified for 75 years. Fletcher's murder remained officially unsolved, though Libya later accepted responsibility as part of broader diplomatic negotiations. Yet questions persist among those who witnessed the events firsthand. The surveillance footage disappeared from official records, existing now only in the memories of those who viewed it. The ballistics evidence was reportedly destroyed in a fire at the forensics laboratory, though no record of such a fire exists in London Fire Brigade archives. The building at number 5, St. James's Square, was extensively renovated following the siege, but construction workers reported finding rooms that did not appear on any architectural plans. These spaces were quickly sealed and removed from all official documentation. The building now houses different diplomatic offices. Those staff members occasionally report hearing voices speaking in Arabic from empty rooms. What do you think really happened in those crucial 10 seconds when the shots rang out across St. James Square? Subscribe to uncover more cases where official explanations crumble under scrutiny.